This is Father Andrew Ritchie, and you're listening to Catholic Inspiration, a podcast from my website at studyprayserve.com. These homilies, presentations, and retreats form part of my ministry as a Catholic priest for the Diocese of Superior. And now I invite you to open your hearts to some Catholic inspiration. Today is Tuesday of the 21st week of the year. Our first reading taken from the first letter of St. Paul to the Thessalonians, chapter 2, verses 1 to 8. You yourselves know, brothers and sisters, that our reception among you was not without effect. Rather, after we had suffered and been insolently treated, as you know, in Philippi, we drew courage through our God to speak to you the gospel of God with much struggle. Our exhortation was not from delusion or impure motives, nor did it work through deception. But we were judged worthy by God to be entrusted with the gospel. That is how we speak, not as trying to please men, but rather God, who judges our hearts. Nor indeed did we ever appear with flattering speech, as you know, or with a pretext for greed, God is witness, nor did we seek praise from men, either from you or from others, although we were able to impose our weight as apostles of Christ. Rather, we were gentle among you, as a nursing mother cares for her children. With such affection for you, we were determined to share with you not only the gospel of God, but our very selves as well. So dearly beloved had you become to us. It's a very human revelation, the soft side of St. Paul, if you will. He admits that Philippi had been tough. They had a little success there initially. Then Paul got thrown into prison. There was a miraculous escape, but it was tough. Wasn't easy. But here at Thessalonica, some good things were happening. Some beautiful connections were possible. And I love how, while he makes it clear to speak, not trying to please people, but to please God, godly speech, with godly words, in a godly manner, that pointed out the good news and also how do we live. That's the example for us. To speak in a manner that is pleasing to God. Now, the back part of this, how do we do that? To be gentle, with affection, determined not only to share the gospel, but to share our hearts, our very selves. It's a really beautiful side of St. Paul, a tenderness. And you know what? The world could use more tenderness. You know what? We could use a little empathy, sympathy, kindness, compassion. We could really use a little extra TLC. There is such a tension among peoples to find what's wrong, to look for what's different, and to cause dissension and discord. But here, gentle, affection, sharing the good news, sharing our lives. This notion that we care for each other and long to help wherever possible. Now, we want that. We're looking for that. There's your takeaway. Godly speech, to be able to see today, how can I be very mindful, very aware of what I'm saying? Is it worthy of heaven? Does something need to change? Do I need to refocus my thinking? Maybe I've got a problem or a past hurt running through my mind, and I know that if I give it free rein, it's going to come out in my words, maybe. But to be mindful of how powerful our speech can be to either build people up or tear them down. But then, not only our speech, but do we have that love in our hearts, a softness, a kindness, a tenderness, especially when people are vulnerable, when people get under our skin, when people are making it difficult. Can we go that half step further? And to outdo whatever animosity or stress, outdo it with kindness, compassion, and love. This is where we'll be tested. This is where our own lives, things bubble up. This is where the reality of our faith becomes known. And maybe we'll make a mistake. Maybe our speech needs some work. Maybe the kindness in our hearts needs some work. But friends, that's good work. Good work to apply and say, okay, Lord, help me here. Help me with my speech. Help me with my tenderness. Help me, so that I am more and more authentically your witness, your example, your ambassador. Help me, Lord, so that when people see me and hear me, they see and hear you. that's a beautiful, beautiful star to steer by, to seek out a godly way in speech and in action, that we can point people to Jesus. The Lord makes this beautiful, beautiful invitation to all of us through the power of the Holy Spirit. We heard that. May we then call upon that Spirit to strengthen these two elements in our lives today, saying, okay, Lord, help me here. Lord, I'm praying that you will bless what I say and what I do. And Lord, if I'm making it difficult, if I'm getting in the way, if I'm the obstacle, Lord, nudge me and kindly move me out of the way so that people can see and hear you. God bless you all. This is Father Andrew, and I hope this podcast inspires your faith. Now, if you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. And you can help me by leaving a rating and a review. I keep all my listeners in my daily prayers, and I ask for your prayers in return. God bless you, my friends.